Very good evening. Avinash, very good evening.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to Akshara classes. This is your professor, your physics faculty. Let's start our session. So today we'll do revise for electricity. Understand? In the last class we done with the sound chapter revision. Today we'll do the electricity topic revision. Okay, now.
Okay.
So here revision of electricity. Here electricity has how many branches? So generally electricity, today we'll do the electricity, the part, understand. So here electricity is nothing but study about charges. Electricity is nothing but study about charges. The study about charges is known as electricity, and it has how many branches? It has two branches. It has how many branches? Two branches. When it has two branches, the very first branch is static electricity, and the other one is current electricity. Current electricity, static electricity and current electricity. Static electricity means study about the charges which are at rest position, okay, and current electricity means study about the charges which are in motion. Based on the conduction of the charges, we have materials are five types. First one is conductors. Next one is insulators, and third one is semiconductors, and fourth one is superconductors. So these are the four types having based on the conduction of the charges. So conductors, insulators, semiconductors, superconductors. The conductors means the materials which are allowing the charges easily through in it are known as conductors. Examples: all metals are allowed easily the charges through in it. So all metals we can consider as conductors. And next, insulators. What are the insulators? Insulators are the conductors, or the materials are not allowing the charges through in it are known as insulator. And the same way, semiconductors. Semiconductors means the conductors, the materials which are partially allowing the charges through it are known as semiconductors. This way, we have the three types of conductors. And next, finally, superconductor. What is this superconductor? Vinash, where are you? You left. Vinash, you left. Avinash, you left. Avinash. Yeah, conductors, insulators, semiconductors, superconductors. So semiconductor means the conductors which are partially allowing the charges in it are known as what? Semiconductors. Next, superconductors mean the conductors which are offering no resistance are known as superconductors. This is possible at low temperatures. Since this is only possible at low temperatures, so in our country it is not possible. Only in cold countries the materials are act like a superconductors. So this is all about what? The materials, division of the materials based on the charge flow. And next, based on this charge flow, we have some other effects that is known as a uh, electrical effects of, what is the other thing? Chemical effects of electric current. Chemical effects, chemical effects of electric current. See, we have many effects related to the electricity, that is chemical effects. One more is what? Heating effects. Heating effects of electric current. Electric current, heating effects of electric current. Actually, these are the two topics we have related to electricity. But for us, only chemical effects of electric current we have. We don't have heating effects of electric current. I will give a small intro of this heating effect of electric current. That is, when you pass the current through any appliances, it is producing the heat energy. That is known as the heating effects of electric current. Nowadays, what are the instruments or what are the appliances are producing the heat when you pass the current? You know, geysers, iron boxes, and next electric cookers and bulbs. These all the appliances are producing the heat when you are passing the electric current. So that is a small intro of heating effects of electric current. This is a part for us. And now concentrate on chemical effects of electric current. See here, which means chemical effects of electric current means when you are passing the current, so what going to be happen? Some chemical changes will happen in the substances or in the materials. Mostly, this chemical effects of electric current is mostly related to the liquids. So, and also we can call this is a conduction of the electricity through liquids. This way also we can call for this chapter name. What is that chapter name? We can call the conduction of electricity through the liquids. Conduction of electricity through the liquids or chemical effects of electric current. This way, these two ways we can terminate this chapter. Now, first let's see, when you are talking about this electrical effects of electric current, first of all you should know the terminology related to this. In that, first one is electrolyte. What is that? Electrolyte. So what is this electrolyte? The electrolyte is a substance, it is allowing the current through it. So electrolyte is a substance, it is allowing the charges through it, which means that it is allowing the charges through it, which means it is allowing the current through it. Example for this electrolyte are HCl, liquid nana HCl and H2SO4 and HNO3, NaCl, NaOH, which means that the substances which are divided into ions, those known as as used as a electrolyte. Got my point? And the next second one is non-electrolyte. 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 What is this non-electrolyte? Non-electrolyte means it is a substance which is allowing the current through it are known as electrolyte. So non-electrolyte means these are the liquids or these are the substances which are not allowing the current through it are known as non-electrolyte. Best example was distilled water. Distilled water, which means that pure water. And next oils, non-polar materials you can consider as non-electrolyte materials, non-electrolyte substances. Next anode. Anode. What is this anode? Anode is a terminal, nothing but positive terminal. And what is this? Second one is cathode. Cathode. Cathode means it is also a terminal having negative terminal. Anode and cathode. Next positive charges, negative charges. These all the things you know very well. Positive charges means it is a body having more number of positive charges or less number of electrons. So that is called positive charge. Or else, what is mean by negative charge? It is having excess number of electrons or less number of protons. So that way also we can define the what negative charges. So positive charges, negative charges, cathode, anode. So these are the terms related to this conduction of electricity through liquids. Now, the very better application of this conduction of electricity, we have two things. One is electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water. Let's see the electrolysis of water. So first one is electrolysis of water, which means that in that electrolysis of water we have a container. This container having terminals. One is positive terminal, one more is negative terminal. This is attached to what? This is attached to power supply. This is attached to power supply, and on this we will keep some test tubes. On this electrodes we will keep some test tubes, and it is totally filled with liquid. It is totally filled with what? Liquid. What liquid? Water. It is totally filled with water. When it is totally filled with water and we are allowing the current flow through this, we are allowing the current flow, what going to be happen? Current is flowing through these wires, and here what going to be happen? Some chemical effects will be taking place. When it is chemical effects taking place across one across one terminal, you will observe hydrogen. Across other terminal, you will observe oxygen. So why this is happened? Some chemical changes happen because of the conduction of the electricity through this water. That is the reason the hydrogen, actually water means it is H2O, which means that this is divided as a hydrogen and oxygen. So across one anode, across one terminal you will observe hydrogen gas, across the other terminal you will observe the oxygen gas. So this is a way, because of the conduction of the electricity, the chemical changes done here, so that hydrogen and oxygen have divided. So this process is known as a electrolysis of water. So this electrolysis of water is made with what? Conduction of the electricity through the liquids. So this is one of the best example of conduction of the electricity through the liquid. Another one is electroplating, electrolysis process. Another one is what? Electrolysis process. Nothing but electroplating. Electroplating. One more is what? Electroplating. What is this electroplating? Electroplating is a process in which we are keeping or we are coating a superior material on a cheap material. Okay, what is the process here? Electroplating is a process in which we do coating a superior material on a cheap material. For example, ornaments. In the ornaments, we do coating for a gold coating on a cheap material. So this is appears like a gold ornament. So that way in the ornaments we'll use. In not only that, we do we have a packing of the food items. In the packing of the food items, we'll use the tin materials. The tin materials are coated with the tin. That is happened with what? That is happened with electroplating process. So this is the way the electroplating process is using in many ways in our surroundings. That is, first of all, packing of the food containers, coating with what? Coating with the tin. That is happened with electroplating. on the cheap material we are coating with superior material. Even though if you see the wheels of the vehicles is coating with other materials to reduce the corrosion or to reduce the rusting from the environment. We do coating with other material. This is happened with electroplating, and this is a good example of electrical conduction of heating element. Let's see the circuit diagram how this electroplating is happened. Now this is a container. In this container we will take a electrolyte. This is a electrolyte. This is the electrolyte. In this electrolyte we keep a ornament something like here, and this is another a superior material, and now we are passing the electricity. Here when you are passing the electricity, what going to be happen? Electrolysis process will takes place. When this electrolysis process takes place, from this material to this material, charges will be shifted through this electrolyte. When the charges are related to the superior material, and the total accumulated, all the things will be accumulated here one by one. This process is known as what? Electrolyte plating. So this way the electrolyte plating is happen by using the conduction of the electricity. Understand? So now look at your, if you have the book here, if you have the book, let's see some related one more related thing is galvanization. What is this galvanization? Galvanization is a electroplating process in which we are keeping the zinc coating on a steel material. So this on a steel material or iron material is known as a what? Galvanization. Actually this is we can see on a wheels of the vehicle. Okay, if you observe the cycle wheel, or else if you observe any other bicycle wheels, bike wheels, if you observe that, it will be a shiny rim will be present. The shiny rim is having because of the galvanization process. The galvanization process also we make through this thing only. Understand? Okay. Now some questions I will ask here. The water is compound of dash and dash. The chemical water is a compound of dash and dash here, oxygen and hydrogen. And one more thing, the process of splitting of the liquid of water into components of gases is called. The process is known as what? Electrolysis process. A solution in which is a non-conducting of electricity is known as. A solution which is non-conducting the electricity are known as what? Is it electrolyte or non-electrolyte? It is non-electrolyte. A liquid which conducts the electricity and undergoes chemical reaction is known as. So what is that answer? Electrolyte. Okay. A liquid which conducts the electricity and undergoes chemical reaction is known as what? Electrolyte solution. Solution of most acid, bases and salts dissolved in water are conductors of electricity, dash conductors of electricity. So tell me what is the answer? A good conductors of electricity. Pure water is a dash conductor. Pure water is a poor conductor of electricity. Understand? Positively charged ions are called anions, cations, anode and cathode. Tell me which one positively charged ions are called? Anions or cations? It is anions. Then negatively charged ions are known as cations. The terminals carrying the current from the battery, the source of electricity are known as. The terminal carrying the current from the battery, the source of electricity are known as what? We call it is a electrodes. Understand? We call it as a electrodes. And next, so this way we have the, and next, which of the following listed below are the good conductors of electricity? Water, solution of common salt, mercury, caustic soda, glycerin. Which are the materials are good conductors of electricity? So you know, distilled water is a bad conductor. Solution of common salt is a good conductor. The caustic soda also a good conductor. So what is the things will come? Even the mercury also will comes under good conductor. So B, C, D will come. B, C, D, B, C, B, C, D will come. So that is actually fourth option. Which are the following statements true? Electrolysis is one of the application of chemical effects of current, electric current. Yes, it is a effects of electric current only. A metal wire shows a chemical effect when current is passed in it. No, the metal wire cannot show a chemical effects when you pass the current through in it. When it will show, a metal wire shows the electrical effect if you keep any solution.